Hopefully everything's okay with this. I never really know with this this live business these days. But welcome to another, what will be a Hobsons Brewery Day 2 beer review and chat. So hello, and as long as I can turn the that off over there. So I've just heard that it's sent an announcement that the bottle's there. I've reached in, grabbed the bottle, and just oh, computer's having a funky now. Oh, for God's sakes! And don't you just love trying to get things working when you know? Um, so day 2, day 1 took me 4 attempts to get this going, and yeah, managed to get it going. And now the laptop's having a funky. So yeah, oh dear, I just, what's it doing? Stupid bloody laptop. So let me just. So I actually made it home. I managed to 8:15. So today's beer is the same one as yesterday. Huh? Oh, that's hilarious, isn't it? Okay, now. So this is fun. So yesterday's beer was Shropster's Crisp Pale Ale. Today's beer is Shropster's Crisp Pale Ale. At least I know what the beer tastes like. It's a nice beer. It's got floral, citrus. Oh, that's funny. It is what it is. 12 beers of Christmas. Good evening. And oh dear. And good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mike. How are you, matey? So we're going to review the beer. So technically, I did do this yesterday, but it is what it is. The lives are more about the chatting really than the actual beer in a lot of ways. So cheers, matey. Yeah, computer's not having it. Yeah. Oh God. Don't you just hate computers at times? Um, yeah, it's not having it. I could swear at the computer, but anyway. So I reckon it's about 4.1%. Yeah. Hold on a minute. No, it's 4%. So I'm still not getting the oh, hey up. So if I click on your channel, and it should come up, and I do apologise. You can tell I'm out of sync with doing live stuff, and here we go. Right, I'm gonna get 2 lots of good evening in. I'm gonna get 2 lots of hey up. You're in 2 lots of Wraggys there. That's better. I can actually see the comments now. The problem is, you know, on the screen, and obviously getting older, can't read the bloody comments. And oh, let me just try and do this. So we've been out tonight, and can I click on this? Oh, pop out chat. There we are. And oh yes, pop out chat. We're getting there. Been watching Forest too much. Hey, is your club Sheffield Wednesday or Sheffield United? But yeah, day 2 of the box, and yeah, it might be last night's beer, but that doesn't matter. It was a good beer, to be fair. So we'll have another go with it, and I might actually do a proper review tonight, because last night I was so flipping stressed, because 4 times I tried to get on last night. Tonight I managed to get on straight away, and then the laptop has a funky, but hey ho. Tomorrow night I'll set it up quicker. 17th. Yeah, I mean, Forest aren't doing that great, are they, this year? You know, shouldn't have got rid of the manager we had, but obviously they'd had their falling out. Then we got that bloke from Australia who was absolutely rubbish. So that is a nice beer from Shropshire. And again, I meant to look on Facebook, not on Facebook, on the internet, and find out where Shropshire is, just for um, my own, understandings. But yeah, it's a nice beer. Um, Here we go. Clear pour. You class that as a straw coloured pour. It looks a lot darker on, as I'm looking at myself on the camera, which is dead weird at times. Um, it's a nice clear pour, nice white head, carbonation between Wales and Midlands, I reckon. Yeah, I thought that as well, to be fair. And like I say, nice florally aroma on this, bit of citrus. Oh, and it certainly tastes nice. Very decent. So I've just been at the sister-in-law's. My brother is over from America, although he's going back, bless him. And yeah, so we've got people messing about and parking on the street, and they've got some printed parking things that you put on people's cars. Could you imagine putting that on somebody's car? And I'll read it because I think it's going to come up wrong way round. So it says, "Thanks for parking so close. Next time, leave a fucking can opener so I can get my car out. Arseholes like you should take a bus." So that's one of them. And where's the other one? Yeah, there's the other one. And I'm tempted on Saturday morning when I'm walking the dog, when it's early, or in the evening when no one can see you doing it, and just sticking it on some random bloody windscreen and to fucking uh, see the kicking off. So this one says, "Thanks a lot, cunt, for parking so fucking close. Next time, leave a fucking can opener so I can get my fucking car out. In future, you motherfucking son of a bitch, take the fucking bus, wanker." Could you imagine putting that on someone's car? Hey, I mean, as a joke to someone you know, it's hilarious. But bloody hell, imagine coming out and seeing that on your car. That would cool. That would be fighting stuff. That would be. But yeah, so yeah, a lovely beer. I do like a modern traditional beer. Um, uh, Beer sounds delicious. Looks good. What's on your home brewing agenda for the new year? So home brewing for the new year, I'm looking to go to creative winemaking this time. And they've got on offer the Tykes, the Bulldog Brews Tykes export beer or whatever it is. I'm looking at that, and I'm also looking at the Imperial Red. But I do want to get into doing some Czech pilsners and lagers, the Czech ones, not the or German lagers. I just fancy something like that, brewing something like that. Good evening, Alan. As for Beeston, yeah, we was at Beeston last week. We actually drove over. I promised to go to a couple of bits last week. So we went over to a little Christmas tap room, had a beer or so in there. Met up with a friend, a brewer who's had cancer. He was given 3 months to live. And he's still here, he's in remission. And, fucking hell, doesn't that bring it home to you, when somebody is 3 months to live? Imagine being told that. You willed. What happens to your willed? But hopefully he's going to pull up, he's brewing beers again. Bless his little socks. Then we shot over to, where did we shoot after that? Oh, Urban Chicken Ale in Ilkeston, to the Burnt Pig Micro Pub. And we had a pint in there. Did I find the glass in? No, not yet. No, I need to open up that other hatch. I reckon the glass is in there. I wanted to do it on a day-by-day thing. So I've only rushed back tonight, so I'm a bit behind on stuff. Wife's cooking dinner and all, so I've had to rush out to the shed, get the laptop working, try and get it working, and do all that. Can you send the Czech Pilsner to me in Bridlington? Hobsons brew 9 different beers plus an alcohol-free IPA. So you're going to get some duplicate beer. That's not a problem. You know, in a lot of ways, people who didn't watch last night's get to watch this, and a duplicate beer is a duplicate beer. It was just hilarious. You know, when I first saw it, I thought, fucking, just made me chuckle. Yeah, it's going to happen, isn't it? I know a lot of advent calendars out there, advent calendars, where the same beer is replicated 3 or 4 times. So, from a beer reviewer's point of view, it just makes you chuckle. Uh, Bit of an announcement: Mersey Beers, Mr. Mersey Beers, the YouTube beer reviewer, he contacted me yesterday, and another very very kind thing. He's gone to Low Cost Beer and he's ordered their um, mystery box of 12 beers, and he sent that. So I'm going to review them on the channel as well, live. So I'm going to do 2 lives, keep them to about half an hour maximum, so I don't get a bollocking off the wife, obviously. And that's just going to be a pick and mix. Just grab it, put my hand in, pick it up. So we'll have 2 lives a night. So what I'll do an early live and then a later live. This will probably be the later live, and do that one early. So it should have a good laugh, to be fair. I think it's only the second time seeing you live since you came to Brid Brewer. Yeah, I ain't been doing the lives, to be honest. Computers, sorry, phones messing about, internet playing up. I've now sorted it. I put StreamYard on yesterday, and the bloody thing cut off after 2 minutes. Couldn't get back on. And StreamYard's a waste of time. So yeah, YouTube now is king. This phone's not the greatest of phones, but if if the video and sound are okay, and no one's complained anyway, so I assume it is, then that's brilliant. My next homebrew is an Imperial Stout on 14% all grain. All grain. Do you know, when I do it right, my best all grain was the one I did for my wedding 2 years ago, the Sticky Toffee Pudding Imperial Stout. And they changed certain bits. There wasn't too much of the grain. Turned out fantastic. But since then, I've done one cock up after another. And I hate the fact that you waste so much of the beer. You know, when stuff, when you're going through all the processes, and whereas doing it out of a beer kit, the wastage is so little. But also, you know, 5 or 6 hours versus 30 minutes. I know which I prefer. 30 minutes. Triple Tight sounds supposed to be great. You mentioned about the Mastercraft kits being made by Hamilton Bard. Love Brewing is now owned by Hamilton Bard. They make all the Love Brewing stuff. That's interesting. So the Beerworks kits, are they Muntons or are they now Hamilton Bard? That's interesting. See, if you don't know these things, they kept tagging me in. So obviously, Bulldog Brews is also Hambleton Bard then. I mean, they've been sharing my beer reviews on their Facebook page, which is nice. I mean, sometimes it's a bit. I'm brewing a beer and they call it a beer review, which tickles me. But you know, obviously someone's not reading the description of the video. Anyway, let's dive in. Cheers all. What are we drinking tonight? Is anybody drinking? Hope I'm not the only one. I've actually had a nice glass of wine at my sister-in-law's. Jam Shed Shiraz. Oh, went down a treat. Slightly sweet, but very nice. Talking about Nottingham Forest, they're playing tomorrow. I do hope that he gets the team like we had it last year. We've lost a couple of games under Dyche now. It's going to happen, isn't it? But you beat Liverpool 3-0, and then all of a sudden you think, God, if we can beat Liverpool 3-0 at their ground, you think you're going to do well. The Beerworks stuff is Hambleton Bard as well. as the master pint Bulldog brews. I do wish with the Beerworks stuff that they put it, instead of them bloody sachets. I hate them sachets. Put it in these bags, which Love Brewing actually sent to me. But if they put it in these bags, they're dead easy to clean out. For someone beginning on homebrew, fantastic. The only thing you got to watch out for is the heat, obviously. But I had a pint of Hoppy Christmas at Bread Brewer earlier. Ooh, very nice. We do want to get up to that neck of the woods. But next year we're going to the Lake District. We're going to East Anglia, and we're going to Spain next year. In fact, we're going to Spain literally 5 days after we've gone to Lake District. We cocked up there somewhat, but yeah, obviously someone forgot that we were going to Lake District when they booked the holiday. I blame the wife. I love all grain. I think it is okay with 5 or 6 hours. Depends how much time you've got, I think, with all grain. I got the Grandfather G40, only missed 3 or 4 litres. Yeah, he beat Wrexham in the cup. Yeah, oh, Deadpool. Yeah, could you imagine him running on the pitch dressed as Deadpool? Yeah, that'd be hilarious. But yeah, I hope we beat Wrexham as well. Must come up early next year to Beeston again. Yeah, Beeston, fantastic place. Don't go to the Star Inn for your beer. Literally 5 times I've been to the Star Inn in the last year. Not many times. Used to go there week in, week out. And out of those 5 times, 4 times out of 5, I've had a bad beer. You drink it and you're like, shit, I can taste vinegar. Or it's not right, it's wrenching my stomach. They're not cleaning the lines out. And that shouldn't be happening. Yeah, Crowning in Beeston, best pub by a mile. Pottle Micro Pub, totally tapped. You don't need any other than that. Those 3 pubs are all amazing. Brewdog, I've got a new recipe for Punk IPA. It's went downhill really watery. Yeah, Brewdog need to go back to what they was. Otherwise, they are going, they're going to lose more and more, aren't they? Bad publicity over the years is killing their brand. But you'd think they'd recover from that, and start bringing out good beers. Start releasing good beers. I mean, Beavertown. I had a Beavertown recently, and their beers piss. And I'm not one of these. I don't care whose brand is whose. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter whose brand is whose. But I don't rate either Brewdog or Beavertown. Although Brewdog do make some good imperial stouts, to be fair. But yeah, some of the stuff that's in supermarkets, oof, no. Totally Tapped, is that still good market? Yeah. Good range of 4 cask beers, anything up to 10 keg, and a load of beers in the fridge. Yeah, decent. Titanic Plum Porter and the Cherry Porter. Whoa, both amazing beers, especially on if you can get them on cask. Don't see the cask in Nottingham, or don't see it for the chance to get hold of it. I've with the Crown in Beeston. If I come across a decent brewery, it smells like something's burning in here. Something shouldn't be burning because there's nothing to burn. But the shed's not going to burn down. That won't be good, would it? Yeah, don't smell good. Something don't smell good anyway. I can remember having an original bottle of Punk IPA. It was superb, packed full of flavour. Even had some sediment in the bottom. Now it's watery and tasteless. Yeah, I mean, I can remember Punk IPA when I left gardening in 2010. Went to work in retail. I had enough of being cold and wet in the winter. And now what am I doing? Cold and wet. I hope it's not overeating either. There's definitely a whiff coming from somewhere. But Punk IPA came into Sainsbury's, and it was 6 cans, 330 mils, and it was literally £6. No one bought it. No one bought it at all. So in the end, it got reduced to £1 for 6 cans. You know who bought that, don't you? Me. And my mate hated it. Simon, my mate, who worked on the beer department as well. He wouldn't touch it, but I drank a lot. I did. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I'm always good for cheap beers. Um, yeah, let's pour the rest in. So yeah, 2 lots of lives on the channel. The Hobsons beers, and I will try and get hold of the glass. Yeah, I'll have to dive into that top compartment. It must be in there, um, and see what beers come tomorrow. Yeah, still out with Andy. Happy drinkers. The band. Yeah, still doing. He enjoyed that day at Bud Brewer. You know, doing the brewing and that. Um, Yeah, we're meeting up again this Sunday. It's his wife's birthday, Angela's birthday this Sunday. So we'll be going to the Black Shale in Beeston. So next door to the Star Inn, there's a pub called the Black Shale. Um, cheers, Peter. Thanks for dropping in. And we're going for a Sunday dinner. Probably the best Sunday dinner in Nottinghamshire. And drink some Lincoln Green beers. And so no boozing this Saturday, although we've got the grandkids. So there may well be 2 lives on Saturday. There may well be more than 2 lives, just to get out of the way from the grandkids. A friend of mine got the Hobsons Brewery advent calendar. Rightio. £94 for 24 beers from Ossett and Salt, worth £128. I haven't got £60 vouchers to spend online. That's good. I do find with advent calendars that, you know, when you look at the individual pricing, that you can pay over the odds just because there's 24 together. So to make the advent calendar well worthwhile, that you're getting a bargain. I mean, they're getting a bargain because someone's buying 94 quid's worth. So to get 128 quid's worth is fantastic, and to get the £60 worth of vouchers, that is absolutely bang on. 14 months ago. Isn't it crazy how time flies? It really is. I mean, I've been in this job now, where I am now, over 5 years. And yeah, crazy. You bought your German beers from Aldi again, mate, in the box? Not been to Aldi for a while. So I'm hoping to get the Belgian beers from Lidl. I don't know if they're in Lidl this Christmas. The 6-box from Lidl. It'd be good to re-review them. I mean, I'm good for re-reviewing. And once I get back into the spirit of lives, you know, the Oktoberfest beers, do you mean? Lidl. It'd be Lidl for the Belgian beers. German beers or Oktoberfest. No, they're Lidl as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if Aldi have bought their advent calendar out again this year with their beers, but some of their beers are so hit and miss. I've not been in Aldi for a long time, to be fair. Um, don't really go into supermarkets. I mean, last time I went to Asda, fucking range was shit. I shall travel to London in Mars next year. Me and my fam, we would like to eat a Sunday meal in on a pub. What's best to eat? I say lamb. Lamb or beef is the best. Turkey's all right, but it's dry. Yeah. A Sunday meal, if you can get one with lamb or beef, for me, that's the best. Do I like whiskey? Yeah. Don't like me. Yeah. yeah. I had some whiskey on holiday and drank too much. And yeah. Yeah, I won't go into details. Just, yeah, I drank too much and got a bollocking. Yeah, proper red card and a bit more. Yeah, yeah. I did a lot of grovelling and yeah, I'm not drinking spirits again. Yeah, me and spirits. Um, good evening, Brian. Um, but lamb or pork, I find pork such a bland meat. I do. I've got a joint of pork in the bloody freezer, and I don't know what to do with it. If I cook it, no one's going to eat it bar me, and I can't eat a joint to myself. Um, been in the workplace for 25 years. Wow. I did work at the Arboretum. I did work for the City Council for 22 years. Yeah, sadly not there anymore. Although that job's gone downhill massively. Post it me long. What I need to do is take it to work and get the chef at Callum, the Newark site, to defrost it, cut it up, season it in whatever she seasons stuff in, and then bring that back home, cook it, bring it back home, heat it up, and give it to the family. Because belly pork is the cheapest, one of the cheapest meats you can get, and she seasons it with different herbs and stuff, and cooks it. And I tell you what, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, she says she's a Michelin cook. Whether she is or not, I don't know. But um, but what she does with belly pork is absolutely unbelievable. And did you get into the tinsel toes? I brewed mine for Christmas, all gone. Yeah, I've got the review to post. Um, yeah, there's not many bottles left. Yeah, yeah. Or casserole. Yeah. Again, I don't think my family will eat it. I can see me eating it, or eating it a bit and then lobbing it in the bin. Can't give it the dog; she'll be shitting all over the house. Um, but yeah, tinsel toes is nice. That's the problem when you get um, a good beer, you rattle through, don't you? I've got the Turkish Delight Imperial Stout here, and yeah, that's my top up beer, and that's going down like a swine. There'll be none left for Christmas at this rate. If someone gifted you 40k, would you spend it or invest it? If I won the lottery, I think it'd be nice to buy a house in a more up an area where, yeah, you're not next to, I mean, we're not in a bad area here, but there are some idiots. But then there's always idiots, isn't there? You can be in £1 million house and have a dickhead neighbour next door. So, I suppose there's always that. But I'd love to open my own micro pub and little micro brewery as well. Um, but sometimes, spending it, you're only on the earth once, aren't you? I cannot understand anybody. I can understand people who save their money up all their lives. I get that. And some people are better than others. But I also think if you live like a pauper, but you have thousands and thousands in the bank, go on holiday. Go and spend it. Go and enjoy your life. Because you never know when that life's going to be at an end. You know. I turn 55 next year. So when you turn 55, you can take 25% out your pension. And I've got 3 or 4 different pensions. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to take 25% out of 1 or 2 of them and go on a nice holiday. We want to go back to, with the cost of living crisis, we seem to work harder and harder and harder. We've fucking got no money. And to go on a nice holiday and create those memories that you'll remember for another 20 years or whatever, as far as you're alive, obviously. But I think for me, obviously be prudent, don't skint yourself, but certainly if you can live a bit, live a bit. We never know, do we? But yeah, Turkish Delight Imperial Stout made with rose water. I thought you had to put a Turkish Delight essence in, but you put rose water in. Rose water. And they told me, I'm like, you're taking the piss, aren't you? Who's water? And yeah, it's turned out bang on, to be fair. So let me. So this is nice. Floral, citrus, 4%. Yep. Hobsons Brewery. And I'll absolutely chuckle if day 3 is the same beer. That would just make me laugh more than a little. No, it's not too sweet at all. No. So, type 2 diabetes. And when I first went for the blood test, I was 83. And they like you to be 50 for whatever means. The next blood test I jumped down to 65. Next blood test was 62. And I hadn't had a blood test in months. So they're not worried. I'm still taking the tablets. I don't have any sugar now. My only vice at all is the odd beer. And even that, I've cut down on what I used to drink, for the most part at least. And certainly, sweet beers now. I had a Vault City beer the other week, and I won't touch. I'll be very careful what I touch of theirs in future, because I could taste the sugar and I didn't like it. So it's amazing, isn't it? Because you've calmed down on sugar, that when you do taste sugar or a sweet, that it's like, oh, I don't like that. And whilst it did exactly what it says on the can, I couldn't do it. I didn't really. Yeah, I just won't go down that route again. But yeah, that Impy Stout's it's not sweet at all. It's decent, to be fair. So, wife's cooking me minced beef and dumplings and potatoes. So, oof, bless you. Evening bag, how much are you drinking on a daily nowadays, mate? I hope all is well. A couple of pints a day. Sometimes I'll have 3. I don't go too crazy, but in some ways you think to yourself, and I was honest, with the nurse, I said to her, no notifications, still wrong way around. Yeah, I ain't got a clue how you change the right way around. I don't know if it's on the phone or what. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a setting actually on the phone, on the video on the phone that you do. Yeah. Mince and dumplings food for the gods. We're off to Edinburgh again in January, so to their place, the Wee Tap. Love to go there. I'd love to go up. Edinburgh's a bloody trek, isn't it? I mean, for me, I want to go to some places in the UK, while you can. It's worth getting out there and seeing what breweries and pubs are out there. I must admit, talking about Bridlington for a second, I really didn't like that place around the corner from Bridborough. Not the micro pub, the other pub round the other side. First he says under 18s aren't allowed, and so in the pub, although we seen somebody who was clearly under 18 walking, thought, oh, you're being a bit of a dick here. Then we sat outside, so we all sat outside, and asked for a cola, and he turned around and says, the cola can't be for the under 18. And I'm like, you're taking the fucking piss, mate. It's on a main street. It's not beer. Moontap, that was it. And they came out. 2 of them came out to watch what we were doing. And do you know something? I thought, you absolute tosser. Yeah, under 18s aren't allowed in the pub, although we saw somebody go in. And yeah, I go to quiz there Mondays that with no kids. Yeah, I saw somebody who was under 18 going. Yeah, I don't know if he was just being a dick for being a dick, but yeah, prat. Fuller's Advent Calendar, really good. Some big hitters, only 3 or 4 duplicates, so all good. Oh, that's good then. I was tempted with the Fullers. And what I'm going to have to do next year, knowing that my car MOT is coming up, is he's left now and got a new lady that runs it. Hopefully she can sort out the under 18 thing, because that bloke was a dick. Um, not shocked, to be honest. Most pubs are ran like shite nowadays. You'd think they would make more effort with customers with the drop on beer sales. Yeah, matey. We went to flipping heck, Bournemouth, and there was a pub, and it was a Buckham brewing pub. Nobody in the flipping pub. And he says, sorry, under 18s aren't allowed. And he says, he's quiet. He's not going to do anything. He's sitting down. He's with adults, his parents. He's not going to cause any problems. Won't allow him in. So we went in, had a few half pints, went out. The problem is, if we'd have stopped in there, all of us would have been drinking. And they had food. We would have had food in there. So they lost. Instead of us spending, what, say a tenner, we'd have spent 100 quid between us. So they lost all that sales because of some stupid bloody under 18 thing, which I don't understand, you know. Absolutely don't understand it. Luckily in Nottingham, we don't seem to have that issue. Is it a seaside thing? Is it seaside pubs with the under 18 rule? I've never come across a pub in Nottingham where there's no under 18, not one single pub. Which is why I remember when they said it, I'm like, taking the piss, aren't you? So then we walked down, and obviously Wetherspoons in Bournemouth, child was allowed in. Brewdog, child was allowed in. And luckily in Brewdog, they had a load of collaboration beers. One was Bang the Elephant, Nottingham-based, well, Derby-based brewery, with a Nottingham postcode. You know, I'll always go down that route. But, yeah. But, yeah, a lot of pubs. One, we've got the Star in at Beeston, and they're not cleaning their lines. And I personally think they're having the same beer. They're having multiple casks of the same beer, and they're not changing. They're not, after one's finished, they're not cleaning the line. And or the beer's on too long, and you know, it was shit. The beer tasted shit. Why would under 18 not be like that? I have no idea, mate. So I bought 2 beers and Coke, and they were coming out, and they said to me, the Coke's not for the young un, is it? The fuck's it matter? He's not in your fucking pub. He's outside on the main road. Because we had to sit outside, obviously weren't allowed in. I can't understand it. We'll be around, well, certainly on a Saturday, not in the week, in January or February. Yeah, I don't go drinking in the week. I do in my shed, obviously, but yeah, not anywhere else. So, another enjoyable beer from Hobsons. Got to be honest, Shropster Crisp Pale Ale. It is very nice. You know, it's a very easy drinking beer. You're absolutely spot on. Booze near me has Staropramen, Madri and Peroni on tap. All of them now taste the exact same. Cross-contaminated, yeah. You've got to clean your lines. The best pubs. We've got the Robin Hood and Little John in Arnold. We've got the Crown Inn in Beeston. Their lines are cleaned every single time. And, you know, the management of the pub, the beer, you never have a bad beer. Never, ever have a bad beer. Sometimes you'll get to the end of the barrel and it may be a little bit cloudy. Beer tastes great, but obviously you can tell it's at the end of the barrel. Fair play. It's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, I spent nearly £6 on a pint, and I had to, yeah, it is 10 cask beers. No, Star Inn has 10 cask. Crown Inn, 12. Hobsons Brewery, 10 minutes from me, did the tour. They demonstrated the value of cleaning the lines. It's so easy, and pubs don't care. Yeah, it takes like 20 minutes to clean the flipping lines, to run it through, give the lines a clean. I mean, we went in Poole when we were there. Um, we went to a Badger Brewery pub, um, and they clean their lines, and then they put all the beers on the bar for a quid a pint. And we walked in, more for the locals, but we walked in on the best night, and literally, fucking hell, it's like pound a pint. Can you get in? Jesus Christ! Walked in sober, walked out steaming. But yeah, it was fantastic, fantastic. Pound a pint. Yeah, not many times I like to buy people a pint, but yeah, it was one of those. Found out Oakstone Lager is contract brewed in the Tennant's Brewery in Glasgow to keep up demand from the supermarkets. So much for Clarkson's Cotswold brewed premium lager. Yeah, that happens more than you think, and that's interesting, though, isn't it? Hey, so and it should state on the bottle where it's brewed, because otherwise, you're fiddling the population there. It's fucking disgusting, really. Good head off now, mate. Got a busy day at work tomorrow. Great chatting. Cheers. Thanks for dropping in. And I too have got to go as well. So fantastic beer. Big massive thank you again for for buying the beers. Um, and another live tomorrow night, and we'll see what beer pops out of the box. I didn't even realise it was the same beer. I seen the colour, but didn't realise it was the same beer. But obviously, if they only brew so many beers, there's going to be a day where you're going to get the same beer. But if that's the same, it is what it is. Can't win. It is what it is. But a lovely beer nonetheless. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. Cheers all. Thanks for joining in.